How to find magnetic field from velocity. Magnetic field is basically created by the changing electric fields. We must be aware of a formula called as the magnetic Lorentz force, which is a combination of force, velocity, electric field, magnetic field, and the charge related to that as well. The magnetic Lorentz force is given as F equals c. In this case we know that the magnetic field is perpendicular to the velocity with which the charge travels. So here the value will be 90, so the value of sine 90 is 1. Therefore the formula will be rearranged and the final formula will be F equals BQV. From this we know that magnetic field can easily be calculated from the velocity. We know that when a charge is traveling with a velocity in a particular medium it will experience electric force and magnetic force, due to the presence of electric field and magnetic field. So now when the charge travels in a particular direction, the magnetic field of the charge is in right angles to the velocity with which the charge travels. And we need to calculate the force at which the charge travels if the magnetic field and the velocity values are been known. From this we very well know how to find magnetic field from velocity by rearranging the quantities in the formula. Problems on how to find magnetic field from velocity. Problem 1. The force per unit on a unit charge of 2c is 120 N. The charge travels with a velocity of 4 meters per second. Calculate the magnetic field density of the charge when it travels perpendicular to it. Solution. F equals c. B equals F slash sine 90. D equals 30t. F equals c. B equals F slash sine 90. B equals 5.50t. Therefore using the formula we can now know how to find magnetic field from velocity. We must note that the magnetic field and velocity of the charge is always perpendicular. One might wonder the reason to it, and that is the right-hand thumb S rule, which will be useful in finding not just the magnetic field but also the electric force on the unit charge. Problem 2. Consider a 10C charge moving in a particular direction with force 550 N. It will travel with the speed of 10 meters per second. Calculate the magnetic field density that is perpendicular to the velocity and the electric as well. Solution. F equals c. B equals F slash sine 90. D equals 30t. F equals c. B equals F slash sine 90. B equals 5.50t. Therefore using the formula we can now know how to find magnetic field from velocity. We must note that the magnetic field and velocity of the charge is always perpendicular. One might wonder the reason to it, and that is the right-hand thumb S rule, which will be useful in finding not just the magnetic field but also the electric force on the unit charge. Frequently asked questions. Why that is a magnetic field is created when an electron moves. The movement of electrons will create electricity, and this in turn will produce the creation of magnetic fields. The electrons basically are negative charge carriers, and when they move instantly produces electric current. There will also be electric lines of force along with the electric field. When the electric field is keeping on changing, then there will be a production of magnetic. And this is how the magnetic field is created when the electron is in movement. In which direction does an electron moves in a magnetic field? Magnetic Lorentz force is the reason why electron moves in a particular direction in a magnetic field. We must also know that it is not just the electron but also the protons that moves in a magnetic field. The protons and the electron are oppositely charged particles, so when they move in a medium, they will travel in opposite directions. The reason is that the charges will be deflected by both the electric and magnetic fields. So when the deflection occurs, the charges travel in opposite direction to that of each other. Please visit our website lambdageeks.com for more articles on technology, engineering, mathematics, and various other domains. Scientific calculator and many more other tools.